Hello friends, myself Dr. J.S. Patan Shetty, Assistant Professor in VLE Association's JSS College of Education, PG Studies in Education and Research Center, Jaipur. Today we shall discuss about experiential learning. The name only suggests that through the experience, whatever we learn, that process is called as experiential learning. In this experiential learning, we shall discuss about what is experiential learning, who is the proponent of this theory, the stages of its cycle, and the possible methods to be used in experiential learning strategy. What is it? What is experiential learning? It is nothing but process of making meaning out of a direct experience. It is nothing but learning by doing. It emphasis on the activities. The main motto of experiential learning is we have to learn on our own. What are the critical factors in this experiential learning? One is personalized reflection about an experience. And the second one is formulation of plans to apply learning to other contexts. It is going to have a main emphasis, that is the process of learning. It is going to have main emphasis on the process but not on the product. Process, all of you know well that process is nothing but it is a the thing which is continuously taking place, that is called as process. How we learn, and that is it is going to have the emphasis not on the outcome. The proponent of this experiential learning is Carl Rogers. All of you know well, he is a psychologist. He is a humanistic psychologist. Carl Rogers has propounded this theory of experiential learning. Experiential learning is equivalent to personal change and growth. How we improve, on that basis we will have the personal change, through that we will have the growth. So experiential learning is equivalent to personal change and one's growth. It feels that all human be- all human beings have a natural propensity to learn. The role of the teacher is to facilitate such learning. Let us see the cycle of self or experiential learning. Here, first of all, one activity will take place. Through that, we will experience something. Then we'll say that through the reactions and observations. We are going to share our reactions and observation on the activity which is going to take place. Then we are going to analyze. How we are analyzing? By the patterns and dynamics that are going to be determined. Here the patterns and dynamics are determined. Then we are going to have the analysis. Then after the analysis process, we are going to infer, that is said as a inferring. We are going to have some decision. On the basis of the decision taking, that is called as inferring, some principles will be derived. We are going to formulate a principle. Then after the derivations of the principles, we are going to apply. Applying in the sense from one situation to another situation, we are going to apply. Plans are made to use learning in new situations. We are going to apply whatever we have learned in one context, that will be applied to another situation or a new situation. Let us see the methods. What are the methods that are there in the experiential learning? One method is field trips. By visiting the field trips, we can have the self experience or the experience by our own. Next is the narratives, conducting experiments, simulations, games, storytelling, focused imaging, field observations, role playing, model building, surveys, etc. Let us see one by one. The field trips. Field trips Structure, it is nothing but the structured activity that occurs outside the classroom. Before going to visit the field trip, the teacher will plan a structured activity that will be conducted outside the classroom. That the students along with the teacher are going to visit a place, that is a field trip. It can be a brief observational activity or a longer, more sustained investigation or a project. Next is, what is its purpose? It offers an opportunity for students to get exposure to real people and events. It gives an opportunity to make connections with others, visit people and places that they are not normally exposed to during the school day. How to do the field trip? Teacher will plan and the students will be assembled along with the teacher. They will visit a place and they will have the experience. Next is the experiments. It is a methodological trial and error procedure carried out with the goal of verifying, falsifying, or establishing the validity of a hypothesis. Experiments provide insight into cause and effect by demonstrating what outcome occurs when a particular factor is manipulated. Next is simulations. Simulations, all of you know well that here the friends will only act like teachers, or it is a artificial situation in which the friends will in a in artificial situation we are going to have a experience. The teacher controls the parameters of this world and uses it to achieve the desired instructional results. Here we can see that on the dead body, the doctors are getting the experience. What are the organs of the body and how the human body functions. Its purpose in the sense, what are the purposes of simulations? Promote concept attainment through experiential practice. You will get a concept attainment. Effective at helping students understand the nuances of a concept or a circumstance. Students are often more deeply involved in simulations than other activities. Next is games or play. Games are very joyful to the students. They enjoy more by playing games. It provides opportunity for children to work out their feelings. Students will express their feelings frankly. Play builds social skills among the students. Next is field observation. Students will get own experience through the field observation. They will have the deep investigation in the fields by observing. Role playing. Role playing is one of the method to have the experience or the experiential learning. In role playing, students act out characters in a predefined situation. Allows students to take risk-free positions by acting out characters in hypothetical situations. They can help them understand the range of concerns, values, and positions held by other people. Next method is the surveys. The purpose of a survey depends what the survey is used for. It is a method of gathering information from a selection of individuals. That survey may be in the form of yes or no type, or in the 3-point scale, or in the 5-point scale, or sometimes open-ended survey may be there. After collecting the data, we can give the Rating of the survey is excellent, good, fair or poor. What are the advantages of this experiential learning? It is enjoyable and motivating activity for all, even for the teachers as well as for the students. Element of reality is compatible with principles of constructivism. Here, self-involvement is more emphasized so that it is based on the principles of constructivism. It enhances the appreciation of the more subtle aspects of a concept or a principle. It enhances the appreciation of the more subtle aspects of a concept of concept or a principle or a, any generalization. It promotes critical thinking as all the students or any particular student is involved completely in a particular aspect or in a particular activity. So through self experience he will have the critical thinking, so it is going to promote the critical thinking. Thank you one and all. I hope that all of you have understood very nicely regarding experiential learning.